7, I'm sorry, 26. And today we are going to do a little bit of review on what happened on Monday Night Raw today. So I think I'm not going to make this last one a long one because it's now um, half past midnight and I'm feeling uneasy for some reason, so I think I need to get some sleep after this. So the show starts with a segment between the Bloodline, and then they got interrupted by the Judgment Day, but they're not actually wanting to have a brawl. It's actually they're going to have a deal that was made by the tribal chief. The deal was that Solo Sikoa is going to take out Rey Mysterio, and the Judgment Day is going to take out Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle. What's interesting is that the only people that knew um, about this team up is actually only the tribal chief, Paul Heyman, and also Solo Sikoa. None of the Usos knew about this because I think we're getting closer to the downfall of the bloodline. By getting closer, I'm not saying like um, in a couple of months. I'm saying in like let's okay, I'm back. So ended with the Usos coming trying to distract Rey Mysterio, but then they got attacked by the rest of the LWO. But Sosikoa hit Rey with the Samoan Spike, and then the LWO is getting attacked by everyone from the Bloodline. Solo hit everyone with the Samoan Spike, and then Usos hit the 1D on Santos Escobar. Is it? Oh, they actually hit it stage with Maxine Dupree, Otis, and Chad Gable. They're basically begging to. It appears that Chad Gable does not want to get separated with Otis, so they should be drafted as Alpha Academy. But then Maxine wants Otis to be part of the Maximum Male Models when the draft happens. So it'll be interesting to see where this storyline is going. And then Bianca Belair is having a match against Dakota Kai, where of course Dakota Kai lost. And I'm hoping to see the match between Bianca Belair and Io Sky at Backlash for the Raw Women's Championship. Well, of course, Io is not going to win it, but I think it would be a great stepping stone for the end of Damage Control because it it would definitely showcase Io Sky as a single superstar, and I think it would be a great way for her to separate herself from the team. Then Cody Rhodes having a segment where he's calling out Brock Lesnar, but and Adam Pearce was like, "Nope, you're not cleared to compete tonight." But and he brought out a lot of security guards. But Cody still wants to fight Brock Lesnar, and then Brock Lesnar came in, and Adam Pearce was like, "You know what? You're not going to have this match right now, but you're going to have the match at Backlash." But even though the match has been made official, Cody still wants to fight Brock Lesnar, and Cody literally beat up about like 20 security guards trying to get his way to Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar might act like a cowboy, but Cody has been around cowboys. And he said that Brock Lesnar is not a cowboy, he is a coward. I thought he would say other thing. I thought he would say that you're not even cowboy shit, you're just a coward. Because cowboy shit. Alright, I'm back. So, oh yeah, so I thought he was going to say, "You're not cowboy shit, you're just a coward," because there was a catchphrase from Hangman Adam Page, who was part of the Elite back in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he was part of the Elite back in AEW, and he was a former AEW world champion. And I'm pretty sure he and Cody was a close friend, especially during their time in the Bullet Club and also in the lead. So yeah, I thought he was going to say that, but he just said, "You're not a cowboy. You're just a coward." Missed opportunity. The Miz had a match against Seth Rollins in a great match. It did not win anywhere. It's just a great match to fill the show, but it does not have any narrative to it. Seth Rollins wins by delivering a superplex, turning it into a Falcon Arrow, and then hitting the curb stomp. And then we got a match between Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory. I can't remember if it was for the United States title or not. And it was a great match. At the end, Bobby Lashley was locking in the Hurt Lock until both of them got squashed by Bronson Reed. I think this would be a great rivalry going to Backlash because it's literally just two big meaty dudes slapping each other, and I think it would be a great match. And then Trish Stratus cuts her promo. I can't really say a lot because it was a great promo. So I think you should watch the promo on YouTube because I think it would explain what the promo is about better. She's basically saying that she is the needle mover. She was the person who started the women's division, not her and Lita, just her. And Becky was trying to say that to people who originate the women's division are the four horsewomen, which are not true in her opinion. She is the one that's supposed to be credited for what happened right now with the women's division. So Mitchin and Candice LeRae had a match against Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville won the match, and they're going to have their tag team match at SmackDown. I don't know why, but the women's tag team match does not work in the main roster, but the NXT version works so well. I don't know why, because probably they don't have a lot of credible female tag team in the main roster. Like in NXT, you have people like Katana Chase and Caitlyn Carter, Toxic Attraction, um, Alba Fire and Idol Dawn, Fala Hanley and Kiana James. Who else were the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions? Oh, Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai. Let me look it up. NXT Women's Tag Team Championship history. So let's see here. So the first holder was Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, and then it was Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart, and then it was Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, and then Io Shirai and Zoe Stark, Toxic Attraction, and then Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez, Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, Val Hamlin and Kiana James, and then Alpha and Idol Dawn. Like, it was a really decorated champions throughout the history of the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. But for for the main roster, it's so weird. I'm pretty sure only the early days where it was only in the early days when it was like really really good, where some people really have great um it has a great title reign. Dude, this Wikipedia sucks. I'm not kidding. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so here are. Nope. This one sucks as well. I was trying to look at the history of the holders of the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, but it doesn't really give me anything. Okay, there it is. So it starts back in 2019 with the Boss and Hug connection, and then the Iconics, Alexa Bliss, Kabuki Warriors, and then Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, Asuka and Charlotte, who are who have like a pretty forgettable title reign. Natalia and Tamina, Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH, Quinzelina and Carmelo, Sasha Banks and Naomi, Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah, Damage Control, Alexa Bliss and Asuka, Damage Control, Becca and Lila, and then Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. Like these names, it sounds random, other than the NXT Tag Team Championship, NXT Women's Tag Team Championship history. Like you have actual teams like Boss and Hug Connection, Iconics, and then you have Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, which was a weird pairing. And then you got the Kabuki Warriors, and then you have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Asuka and Charlotte Flair was a weird pairing as well. Scully and Tamina works for some reason, and for some reason they have 129 days in their reign, which does not add up. And then Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH, Quinzelina and Carmella, Sasha Banks and Naomi, and then it became Faken. And then Transitional Champion Raquel and Aaliyah, Damage Control. And then for some reason Alexa Bliss and Asuka won the title for 4 days, which was really weird. So yeah, the main roster ones, it only has a couple of like actual um it only has a couple of actual tag teams like Plus and Hug, Iconics, Kabuki Warriors, and Damage Control, probably. And the others are like made up teams. Unlike the NXT one where they actually have a couple of like well made teams. And they actually have been built up as a team for before they're winning the championship. That's why I think the main roster's women's tag team championship should actually be um, retired, and then they need to introduce a mid card women's championship. I don't care if it's like intercontinental or if it's a United States title, or if they introduce a entirely new name like the the USA Championship, like what they did with AEW with the TNT and the TBS Championship. Have it called the USA Championship or the Fox Championship. I think they would be pretty hilarious. Which I don't think would happen, but I think it would be hilarious. So they need to introduce a mid card women's title and then retiring the tag team championship because they don't really have any division to begin with right now. A lot of the credible tag teams have left. The Kabuki Warriors, Kairi Sane is not with the company anymore. Buzz and Hug or Sasha Banks and Naomi. Sasha Banks is not with the company anymore. The Iconics is not here anymore. Nia Jax is not here anymore. Tamina is now a jobber in main event. Um, Aaliyah has nowhere to be seen. Zelina Vega is now part of the LW as a babyface. Carmella is injured. Asuka is taking time from television. Naomi is gone. Natalia is nowhere to be seen. Shayna Baszler is now with Ronda Rousey. Like, the only people that could win the title is only Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. No one is credible enough to become the next tag team champions. That's why I think if you only have one credible team to win the title, then you're doing something wrong. Because with the with the men's tag team championship, you have a lot of people that are credible to win the title. We're all talking about people like Street Profits, um, Alpha Academy, the Usos if they could win the title again, New Day, even though two people in the group is currently injured. You have other teams like the Viking Raiders, and then Ricochet and Braun Strowman. Like there are so many teams that could definitely become the next tag team champions, and they are credible enough. But the women's division, you don't see any of those. You don't see any believable team that could become the next champion. Toxic Attraction is not a thing anymore, and if Damage Control is breaking up, then they need to just retire the titles, in my opinion. So let's continue the show. Oh yeah, there was a funny segment backstage where the Street Profits were talking with Elias and Rick Boogs. Rick Boogs does not want to get drafted because he just got there on Raw, and then the Street Profits was being approached by Baron Corbin saying that guys, that tag team could be split up in the draft, and then Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford was like, let's talk to Adam Pierce to make sure that they're not going to get split up because if you remember, Big E got split up back in 2020. Yeah, back in 2020 they got split up, and Big E was having a singles run on SmackDown, and he won the Intercontinental Championship and then finally winning the WWE Championship with by cashing in his Money in the Bank contract. So something like that could definitely happen in the draft. And then Rick Books was like, he knew that he was going to be the number one pick, so he will talk to the upper ups to get Rick Books to come to wherever he's drafted. And then Akira Tozawa comes in saying that Rick Boogs is wrong, and then Elias is like, but you're going to get last pick to Elias, and then he is laughing his ass. And then Baron Corbin entered the frame, and it was a pretty funny segment. Let me watch it. So he was laughing. He was laughing. And then Akira Tozawa was like, nobody wants you, you suck, to Baron Corbin. I think it would be a great storyline, seeing Baron Corbin not getting drafted at all. Because Heath Slater had this storyline back then, where he's fighting every week just to get a contract. So I think we could definitely see something similar with Baron Corbin. And if this is a way for them to bring back Bomb Ass Corbin, like the Sad Corbin gimmick, I would definitely, I would definitely be in for it because Sad Corbin was brilliant. He was actually getting liked by a lot of people because we thought he was going to turn face, but no, he became a heel again. People were behind Seth Corbin, and I think if it being done correctly, it would be an over character. So I'm hoping my fantasy booking came true, which is Baron Corbin not getting drafted at all, and because I think it would be a great comedic um, storyline. Okay, so the main event, the Judgment Day versus the team of Pat Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn, and of course, the good guys won. And then the Usos came out to attack the winners, and then LWO came out to attack the Judgment Day, and then the show ended in a brawl, and that's it. I don't know what to say. It was a great show, but I think the ending could be a little bit better. But I think they were running out of time, so I kind of respect that. So I've been live streaming for 22 minutes. I think I'm going to end this here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for NXT recap. We have about either four more, sorry, 3 more days or 2 more days. I'm still not sure. We, yeah, I think we have 2 more days. We're going to end this marathon of live stream in about 2 or 3 days. And actually, I want to end this live stream with something a little bit emotional. I remember last year, I said to a lot of you guys watching the live stream, whether you watch it live or replay, I said last year that I was actually, um, I was actually really down. I said that I don't want to do college anymore. I said that I wanted to quit because I cannot live with this crap. I was like, I was really, really in a negative state back then. But I'm glad 1 year after that, everything has been going so well. I'm still here. I'm still alive, healthy and well, and I'm still in college. And I hope I'm making my parents and my family proud. You know, I'm sorry if it's get a little bit emotional, but I'm just I'm just really grateful that I did not give up on my college life just 1 year ago. I thought that YouTube is the life changing for my career, but of course it's not. But I'm glad I did not quit college. I'm glad because I have become a better person. I've made a lot more friends, even though I also made a couple of enemies. But let's not talk about that. I'm glad I made a lot of friends. I became a lot more confident, and I'm glad that I could make more contents for you, whether it's the WWE videos or the anime openings or any kind of content. And I'm glad that you guys watch anything that I made on this channel. I'm sorry, I'm being really really emotional right now. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. My name is Defaja, and I'm signing out.